Welcome back to Stardew Valley here on the channel. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. Uh, it's been a while since we've been live on the channel with any Stardew content, but we are back. As you can see here, we're getting ready to just start a fresh playthrough. We are going to do remixed community center bundles. We're going to stick with the standard farm. We'll watch the intro to give me a chance to kind of talk through some other pieces of info that might be noteworthy. And I'll start by just giving an introduction for anybody who is not familiar with Stardew Valley. Basically, this is your grandpa. He's on his deathbed. He's a farmer. You're a little kid in this, hypothetically, and he's going to give you a sealed envelope and tell you not to open it until you are just kind of overwhelmed with the hustle and bustle of the real world. So that's the backstory here, and then we'll get into more shortly. Now, as far as what's going on with this playthrough, this is going to be a casual playthrough. I'm not going to be super obsessed with efficiency. We will be productive each day and get a lot of stuff done, but I'm not going to be like, OMG, I've got to get to the fishing hole as quickly as possible and fish all freaking day until I pass out, because we have to make as much money as we possibly can that day. Like, we're not going to go that route. We're going to be pretty laid back and just kind of do whatever we feel like, etc. Now it's 20 years later, as you can see here, and we are going to be working at Joja Corp. And I noticed this. Look at these cubes down the middle. How do you even get to these? You got to like climb over cubes. And these guys watching in the windows back there, like getting a kick out of it. But anyway, here you are. You're in your cube. This guy got fired. They got cameras watching people. This guy seems pretty cool, but this dude over here in a sombrero licking his lips constantly. What's up with that? She's staring at a blank screen. That might even be a not a real person. They're not blinking or anything. Is that a doll? Is that what's going on there? But anyway, there was the skeleton down there. Hopefully just a leftover prop from Halloween, but I don't know. So Joja Corp is the worst, and we're like, I've had it with this. We open the letter, and sure enough, Grandpa is going to gift us the deed to his farm, which we have named Funny Farm, located in Stardew Valley. And he says, P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will ya? Sure thing, Grandpa. Now, we hop on the bus. We got $500 to our name. We don't have any other possessions in the world, but we're going to Stardew Valley. So we hop on the bus. Now, while we're riding the bus, I'm going to tell you there are 3 mods that I'm using. There's the automatic gates, gift taste helper that will show me loved gifts for characters if I hover over their name in a menu. And then last but not least, the fishing minigame. We're going to skip that one. So basically, if I hook a fish, I catch it, and it's a perfect catch. That one's a little bit controversial because it is like not just a quality of life boost. That's like it makes the game a lot easier. But I'm doing it as a quality of life boost. So here's Robin to greet us at the bus stop. I do also have the CJB like cheats menu or item spawner installed, but we probably won't use that one very often. I don't even remember what button opens the cheats menu. I know that item spawner is I, but whatever, not a big deal. So Robin's the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent her to pick me up at the bus stop. I didn't see any forageables in the bus stop area, and I feel like they usually show them in there during that cutscene. So now we're back at the farm, and as you can see, 20 years of nobody taking care of a farm will take its toll. So there's going to be a lot of work to get this place up and running. The house, amazingly, is still in really good shape for having sat there for 20 years unattended. Like, even the firewood is looking nice. So Robin's like, don't you worry about it. A little bit of hard work and you'll have this place cleaned up in no time. And here we are, your new home. And here comes Mayor Lewis. Hey, the new farmer. So Mayor Lewis is a controversial guy. And one thing that I really enjoy about Stardew Valley is the depth of the different kind of characters in this game. And so he's got us, he's got me nice and cleaned up inside. And he also apparently leaves me tools to work with because I didn't bring any tools. You can see I'm just there. I don't even have a backpack on or anything. And Robin's like, crusty might be a little bit more apt, not rustic. And Lewis is like, rude. So he kind of turns it around on her and she's embarrassed. But nonetheless, they're going to let me get to work. I've been on the road for a while. I'm going to get some sleep because today or tomorrow is going to be a busy, busy day. So that is the intro. Oh, and here's the shipping bin. He's going to tell me, put stuff in there. He comes and picks it up at night, gives me cash. That's how you make money as a farmer, or one of the ways. Early on in this playthrough, we're going to make a fair amount of money from fishing. But yeah, we are back at it, folks, and I'm pumped. I started to do one on Twitch, but then realized that the feed was really terrible because my laptop is a work laptop and it's just not built for streaming. Ooh, we got a good luck day today. That's awesome. And living off the land says chop wood and search for wild forage to earn some cash while waiting on your first harvest. Let's kick the fire going here and now grab our parsnips. Now, I need to go in here. But anyway, I started doing one and then realized it just wasn't going to work out because it was super duper choppy. And then I tried to do another one a few hours ago and realized that I still had the laptop microphone on because I was messing around with OBS settings to try and figure out how to get streaming to work without it being super choppy. I ended up uninstalling it, reinstalling it, and then as a result, I forgot to turn off the laptop microphone. So when I did the first 2 episodes, not 1, 2, I realized that I had an echo. Because I just played one, played another kind of thing, and then I realized when I went back and listened to it, like, dang it. We didn't have a ton of luck in that playthrough anyway, so it wasn't like the end. It wasn't like I went and I played 4 days in game, which takes about an hour and a half. Not the end of the world, but what really would have stunk is if I had gotten like a Neptune's glaive or some awesome find whilst fishing. All right, so before we do too much here, we need to go and cut down a few trees. We got to make a chest. And if I start smashing rocks, I might get coal. And we don't want that. And we're actually going to leave the stumps for now. Because the most efficient approach to like XP and output per swing is to just cut it down to the stump. Before long, we won't be worried about that. But for right now, just this first day, we're going to try and make sure we don't get in a situation where we have terrible luck and don't have enough XP to level up our foraging skill. And again, I'm not super worried about it because we're trying to stay nice and chill with this playthrough. You know what I'm saying, man? Just kind of do fun stuff and enjoy the show. All right, so there's our 15 parsnips. Now we got 2 mixed seeds, which is decent luck. That's a potato, and that's another parsnip. So, and we're going to end up buying some more crops when we go into town. It's 9 o'clock. Normally by now I'd already be out of here and going to try and make sure I meet everybody on the first day, but I don't care that much. This playthrough, I promise, I am not going to get all obsessed with efficiency. We will be productive, and we will sort of have a plan each day for the most part, but it's not anything critical to get, stuff done or not, or if we die in the mines, we die, or get knocked unconscious. You never die in this game. So, all right, let's see here. Let's leave that. We'll bring these things because we might find some things in our adventures. Oh, introductions. So we got to meet 28 people around town. We already met Lewis and Robin, so that's one. And then cultivate and harvest a parsnip is the other one. And here we go. Well, we found a book. That doesn't help us a lot, but there are worse things to find, I guess. Actually, really, that doesn't help me at all for the in the grand scheme of things. But whatever, it's not a big deal. We got us a daffodil. Oh, I didn't realize you could cut behind that bush, but I suppose you can. And for the first time, and certainly not the last time, I will point out how desperately I want to get a magnet ring because I hate. Ooh, broken glasses. Not exciting at all. But I really don't like scything a weed and then having to go back to get the fiber because it's 1 foot away from where I was standing or whatever. So we'll get used to it at first, but then once you get the magnet ring, it's like, oh man, where have you been all my life? All right, there's George. So we met Penny under the trees. We met Alex outside tossing a football up and to himself, and then there's George and Evelyn. And here comes Gus. He owns the saloon. Well, hello there. I'm Gus, the chef and owner of the Star Dropper Saloon. Stop in if you need any refreshments. I've always got hot coffee and cold beer at the ready. Cool. Thanks, bud. So nothing on the help wanted board. Here's Marnie. Marnie owns the ranch. I sell livestock and animal care products. Abigail is Pierre and Caroline's daughter. She heard somebody was moving into the old farm, and she's like, "Oh man, that stinks. I kind of like roaming around that place." I'm like, "Why can't you pick some weeds while you're roaming around my grandpa's land?" Anyway, there's Pierre. He owns the general store, and we are going to buy some stuff from him. We're going to buy a bean starter. We're going to buy a cauliflower seed, and then we're going to buy potatoes. So we're down to $10, which is, we didn't have a lot of money to start with, so you might as well use it if you've got it. Now, let's go back and plant those things. Cut. Excuse me. Wait, I just saw Sam walking by. Let's get him while we can. Sam! Sam! Wait! Sam! Dude, I was calling your name. Oh, hey, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. And here's Leah. Oh, there's Pam. We'll see Pam at the bar later. Hey, it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Yes, I did pick a good time to live or to move here. Let's come see if Vincent and Jody are down here. And then we'll go home. I promise. Yep, they're home. There's Vincent, little guy. He's a cutie. And Jody's like, "Oh, you aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay." Like, what? I don't know if I'm supposed to how am I supposed to take that? Like, I wasn't quite as good looking as you expected me to be, but it's okay. And there's Dr. Javi. I don't interact with him a whole lot, frankly. But anyway, what was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh, how Jody is like, no, you weren't exactly what I pictured, but it's cool. Like, what do you mean? I'm glad you approve of how I look. All right, we need 9 because this one will go here, and then we'll go like that, and then we'll do all taters. I guess I need one more. How did I do that wrong? Whatever. Good enough. Oh, it's because there were 2 there, not 1. All right, so what are we going to do with the rest of our day today? Like, if I look here at my skills, I haven't leveled anything up, and I've got to level up my foraging to level 1. So we're going to go ahead and head south here. And basically, all we're wanting to do is get down there. Hopefully there are a bunch of spring onions. Got to go back and get the fiber. If there are spring onions, it should be enough to get me leveled up on my foraging skill. Like, that by itself might not do it, but I will eat the green onions and go back and cut some trees. And that would get me to mine. There's Haley. I was going to say. Oh, and that reminds me, every time I see Haley the first time in a playthrough, it reminds me to ask, who should I marry? And I ask when I see Haley because that's who I almost always married in previous playthroughs. But I'm flexible. We'll marry somebody different if you guys want me to. No spring onions, which stinks because now I kind of got to run around and look for something that I can eat to give me more energy to cut down more trees. Like, I got 1 dandelion here that's 25 energy. If I could get a horseradish, a leek, or even some more dandelions, we can pull this off. Let's go ahead and just cut these weeds while we're over here. And this right here is proof that I am not like super hell-bent on being efficient in this playthrough, because cutting weeds in Cindersap Forest is like the last thing you need to be doing at the start of a playthrough. But really what we're doing is looking for stuff to forage, and we're just not finding it. Mixed seeds. Oh, this is frustrating, guys. Let's go up here. I'm going to have to go north of the farm. Is there anything over here? Nothing. I mean, like, this is a disaster. I'm going to have to go out the north exit of the farm and look up in the north woods, I think, or the backwoods, I think it's called, according to Wiki. So if you are a Stardew novice or rookie, do yourself a huge favor and go on to StardewValleyWiki.com. I'm pretty sure that's what it still is. They feel like they changed it, the URL at one point. But anyway, Google Stardew Valley Wiki, and you'll get what you need. That thing has so much info, it is insane. Everything you could ever possibly need to know about Stardew is pretty much on there. So if you're trying to learn more about animals, go on there and type in animals in the search box, and you'll find some information about animals. And then from there will be a breakdown of all the different animals and how to take care of them, how much money they can make you, how much money they can cost you, all kinds of stuff. There's Linus hanging out here by his tent. And we are completely striking out on the foraging front, guys. This is bad news. Here's Demetrius. Oh, and Sebastian coming out. So Demetrius is a scientist, and his daughter is Maru, who we haven't met yet, I don't think. Come on, be awesome. What is with all the library books? Is it like if you get a library book with your first artifact spot, like that's all you get until you go to the library? That's 3 in this, isn't it? I don't think we're going to have enough energy to level up our foraging. This could be bad news bears. I mean, all it'll mean is that basically I just have to go to bed earlier. But let's go ahead and find out if we can get there. I think I can cut down 3 more trees. Yeah, I've got 42 energy. It takes 10 swings that take 2 apiece. Okay, that's tree number 2 and tree number 3. Did that get us there? It did not. Unbelievable, guys. So, that's not ideal. I could eat a dandelion and cut down another tree. Let's do that. We're going to give it a whirl. And here goes nothing. I'm going to save that pine up there. And the reason I'm not cutting down the pine today, there, that was enough to do it. So we barely made it. And what that means now is, okay, so if I go here, I have 49 wood, which is almost enough for another chest, which I will need a chest tomorrow, but I'll get up in the morning and maybe cut down a couple of trees before we take off. I have how many? 7. That would be enough to plant one of these mixed seeds, but not all of them, so we just won't bother with any of them. But anyway, let's go to the saloon real quick, say hi to anybody that's there, and then we'll come back home and just cut weeds until we pass out. And then I've got to leave because my kids are getting out of school and I got to pick them up. My in-laws are in Germany. I think Germany today. They flew into Switzerland and they're doing like a tour up the Rhine or whatever. Hey, I'm Clint, town blacksmith. Hey, Clint, I don't know you. Why you talk to me? Says Shane. Shane's an alcoholic and battles depression. Here's Pam. She's just an alcoholic. And there's Gus, the saloon owner. And Emily. Oh, I can read it on your face. You're going to love it here in Pelican Town. So Emily is real quirky, but a lot of fun. She would be one that we could consider marrying, I suppose. But again, throw comments into the comments section. Throw your vote in there as to who you want me to court. Not that we're like anywhere near thinking about marriage, but it's something we're going to have to figure out eventually. So why not go ahead and just do it now? I don't like when it's dark. It's hard enough to see when you've got like trees in the way and you're trying to see through to see what's behind it. It's hard enough when it's not dark. Once it's dark, it's like, oh gosh, what am I even doing? I can't tell what I'm swinging at. But we'll just kind of try and work on like certain sections of the farm at a time and just work our way to where eventually we clear out a whole section of weeds. And then we'll always be working on clearing out the wood. And then stone is going to take me a while. Although, eventually I'll upgrade my pickaxe, and that's when I really start focusing on clearing out more and more of the stone. Is after I've got the pickaxe upgrade to where I can break those stones right there. Because your regular pickaxe won't hack it. You can whack it, but it won't hack it. Because it's just not strong enough to break something like that. All right, we got a lot of the weeds on this section of the farm. Now, since we leveled up our foraging to level 1, when we pass out tonight, we will lose 1 G, because you lose half of your energy in the morning, and 10% of your money up to 1,000 G. Except if you level up your skill, any skill during the day, you don't lose the energy in the morning. So since we did that, there's no reason for us to go to bed when all it's going to do is save us 1 G. We might as well stay up. Our scythe doesn't use any energy, so we can just go and cut as many weeds as possible until we pass out. So that's that. And this day is taking longer than I had anticipated, to where now my kids are going to be one of the last ones getting picked. Not one of the last ones, but later than usual. I usually like to get there early. Today, I will be there like in the middle of the pack. And they're going to be thinking like, did Dad forget us? But anyway, all right, that's day 1 in the books. We're about 26 minutes in. See here, we are at level 1 foraging. I'm going to pause it right here. You won't even know it. All right, and we are back, baby. All right, so level 1 foraging. Trees will sometimes drop seeds, and we can craft wild seeds as a recipe and a field snack. Now, wild seeds is one that we'll want to remember. I tend to forget that one at times. Oh, no. But that's when you get one of each of the foraged items. You can craft them into wild seeds and either plant those to grow more of those things, or just sell the seeds for more than the base value of the products that were put into it, basically. All right, so it's going to rain all day tomorrow, which we knew. Day 3 of a playthrough, it always rains. And we got a very good luck day today. That could help us because we're going to go fishing today. We lost 1 G, as we talked about, and then Willie is back from his fishing trip and wants us to come down and visit. Let's go ahead and grab the watering can and the rest of our mixed seeds. We're going to go like this. I'm going to just clear out a little bit more space. I'm going to start a second row. Wait. Yeah. Go like that. Boom. I think I see some cauliflower right under me. And right there. So we got 2 cauliflower out of those 7 seeds. That's pretty good luck. Now we just need to hope that crows don't come by and eat them all. Because we can't build a scarecrow until we have level 1 farming. So until you get there, you're vulnerable. And there ain't nothing you can do about it except cheat and give yourself a scarecrow. All right, let's go ahead and cut through. Yeah, let's cut 4 trees. So that would take 40 swings. And give us like 52 wood or somewhere in that neighborhood. Wait, why did I not get... Okay, there was more right there. I swung 1 extra time there than what I needed. So we're going to end up with 51 wood. Sometimes you only get 12. Other times you get 13, and I don't really know why that is. But not a big deal. We have enough wood to craft another chest. And now all this other stuff can get put away. Like all this stuff get put away. I don't need to take any of that with me, but I am going to take the hoe and this chest. I want the hoe in case we find any artifact spots. And the chest is going to be to put fish in as we gather them or catch them. So, how about 3 dandelions in there? And I could eat some of those if I really wanted to. I should lock the toolbar But I guess there's a reason why you don't want to do that. That was Maru, who I don't think we've met yet. So let's try and catch her before she gets too far in there. Oh, aren't you the new one who just moved in? Weren't you just wearing different clothes? All right. Did we meet Harvey already? Yes. Who have we not met? Caroline, Elliot, and Jazz, and Willie. Linus wants green algae. We could probably do that today. There's Caroline right there. I don't know if we're going to be able to find Jazz today, but man, if we could find her, swing down to the beach to get Willie's fishing rod, and then... Ooh, bread. Heck yeah. That's a score. I can't check Lewis's trash because he's right there. There's Jazz going to school. I forgot that Tuesday is school day. Heck yeah. So we could get real lucky here. If Elliot is out and about and not in his house, we can possibly get all of the people visited today, because here's Willie right here. Boom, he's back from his fishing trip. Ahoy there. Heard there was a newcomer in town. How did you hear about that when you were out at sea all this time? So anyway, he got himself a new fishing rod, and since he doesn't need his old one, he's going to give it to me. Cool, thanks, buddy. I like Willie. Just met him and he's giving me stuff. That's going to be a great way for me to make money here in these next few days too, by the way. So, we're going to spend a lot of time fishing today. But I do want to try and find Elliot. So, I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to like hang out down here, or if I can just look him up. Got some good foraging here. Hang on a second. Elliot. So Stardew Wiki. Elliot. Spring. Tuesday. He leaves his home at 12 and stands in front of his cabin. So if we hang out for an hour, let's go to the library and get rid of all these books we've been finding. Like, holy moly, that's all we're finding when we dig stuff up. I don't know if that's a glitch or what. That's 4 in a row of artifacts that we dug up that were books. So we got farming tips, animal tips, foraging tips, fishing tips, and mining tips. There you have it. Let's check the trash. I think I might go ahead and eat that bread. How about another thing of bread? What is going on right now? Yes, eat the bread. So I'm going to have tons of energy to fish. I won't have to eat any. So that's awesome. But let's go down and say hello to Elliot. And I think that'll mean that we've met everyone. He should be coming out of here any minute. Hello. I'm going to stand there facing him. Like, this is awkward. All right. So we have now completed this one, and now we need to give someone a gift. I could give him a gift, but I don't want to give him any of those things. I can check this trash now that Mayor Lewis isn't standing there, and now let's go fishing. So we managed to meet everybody in a couple of days, which is pretty good considering we weren't really going out of our way to do that, with the exception of Elliot. There's a daffodil. I need to remember to clear out that little area up there at some point. And eventually we'll try to remember to decorate that little area. Make it like a little picnic spot for the villagers to use if they want. How about this? A leek. So here's Linus. He wants a green algae. So let's see if we can find a green algae that I think would count as giving it to him as a gift if I do that. And then I'll kill two birds with one stone because I'll get the reward for giving him the gift and the help wanted ad would be complete. So all we need is to catch one green algae. And there you go. See how it skipped the fishing minigame and just hooked the fish right away, reeled it in, and we got us a sunfish. Now, it should go down as a perfect catch every time. So it's kind of bad luck that it wasn't a gold quality, but it's all right. It's just a sunfish. It's actually kind of lucky that it was a sunfish because now I don't have to catch it out of the town river as a part of the like catch every fish eventual goal. That's what we want to see right there. Lots of largemouth bass. And we've already leveled up our fishing skill because you can see we're casting farther out now. Oh, can we get there? No, we cannot. Because the mines are blocked. So I can't reach those bubbles. They're just sitting there teasing me. But it's okay. There's another bass. Heck yeah. So when I'm casting out here, I'm also holding down to cast it. And you can aim your rod. See, like there I'm hitting the rocks. Now watch if I cast next time and press up. See how far you can influence it? And how about that? Iridium largemouth bass. So what I'm hoping that we can catch today is a bunch of treasure chests. Because with a very good luck day, look at this. All right, bait and wood. That's not that awesome. But bait definitely helps. I will need a bunch of that when I upgrade my fishing rod, which I'm hoping to do tomorrow. So, see how that goes. But so far the playthrough's off to a pretty good start. Having some pretty good luck today, I will say. But man, would it be awesome if we could get a treasure chest with a Neptune's glaive and an iridium band. Oh, that would be epic. I mean, it would be freaking amazing. But that's just not going to happen. Let's be honest. If I get one of those items, I would be thrilled. If you get both on day 2, oh man, that's like some kind of insane luck. I've not really been keeping too close of track of how many. All right, let's go give Willie that green algae. And we'll see if it counts as both a gift and completes the help wanted. It was Linus that wanted it, right? Yeah. He's got a sore back, and apparently green algae will help him with that. Boom. So it didn't count as this, but that's okay. Let's come back. We'll drop the fish off that I've got with me now, and as I'm doing that, I'll take stock of what we've actually got. We want to have $1,800 tomorrow. And right now, That's 250 plus 450 is 700 with just my largemouth bass. So we still have a little bit of work to do, but it's only 640 and we still have lots of energy. So I don't mind catching chubs because they're good for eating, but on a day like today, I would rather be catching a bunch of bass because I just want cash. So if I catch a bunch of bass and a bunch of chubs and I can wrap up a little bit early, I can even go back and cut a few more trees tonight. We'll see. Come on, be awesome. 2 emeralds. The good thing there is I can sell one of them. I think they're worth 250. Diamonds are 750. I want to say emeralds are 250. I can sell one and donate one, or I could sell both. I'm actually going to look up how much they are. This is the beauty of having 2 monitors. Yeah, 250. So that's as much as $500 right there. But I'll probably only sell one of them. So let's say with our bass and that we're right around $1,000. Come on. There we go. Another chub. Iridium chub. Heck yeah. So one thing about getting rid of the fishing minigame is that it significantly shortens in real time the length of days where you do a lot of fishing. Because time freezes whenever you're going through the fishing minigame, and the days just take forever because you got to spend 30 seconds, sometimes longer, just reeling in a fish. And do that 20 or 25 times in a day, it becomes a long day real fast. I'd like to actually go home tonight and put these fish into the shipping bin so that I don't have to take them to Willie's shop tomorrow to sell them. If I can just wake up with the cash, it would be better. Oh, I shouldn't have grabbed that $45 for completing that task, because now if I pass out, I'll lose $5. But that's not a huge deal. In fact, it's pretty insignificant. So every little bit counts, though, you know. So let's fish till about midnight and then head on back. I really want to get another treasure chest. That would be huge. Give me something awesome in these last couple casts. I've got 20 energy left. That's enough for 2 casts. So let's just see if we can catch one more treasure chest. Come on. I at least want to be able to finish these casts and then get home in time to not pass out, but I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off. The longer it takes to hook a fish, the less likely this becomes. But it's not the end of the world. Oh, the little thing popped up and tricked me. Dang it. That was a wasted cast. That one gets me all the time. It's the visual of the sleep thing popping up. Oh, oh, oh! Bait. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. All right, now we need to decide what to bring back. We're going to bring the hoe. Man, when we counted these bass, it was like forever ago, and we didn't catch any more after that. I'm going to bring the bait because I will hopefully use it tomorrow. Definitely going to bring the emeralds because I think we're going to just sell them chubs, and then I guess this carp or these carps. Now I don't have room for anything else if I see like a leek or a horseradish on the way home, but that's a risk that we're going to go ahead and take. We're going to try and get home in time to sell these things and still get to bed, because it'd be awesome if I didn't have to carry all of these fish with me to Willie's tomorrow. And of course there's a leek. Dang it. That leek is probably more valuable to me than these two carps, because leeks are hard to get. In fact, I could throw this bamboo pole away, but I got to do some math. So 450, so that's 700, 1200. We have enough fish. We're going to throw these, or we're going to throw away the bamboo pole. I'm never going to use it again. I'm going to buy a new fishing rod tomorrow. So goodbye, bamboo pole. I can buy a new bamboo pole if I want another one for whatever reason, but there's no reason for me to want one. It's an inferior device to what I'll have access to as of tomorrow. So we're going to just go ahead and sell all of the fish, including... No, we're not. We're going to keep the chubs, because if I have enough with what I put in there to where I don't need to sell the chubs, then that'll be food that I can eat. So tomorrow we'll get up, we'll cut some trees. It's going to be raining, so we won't need to water the crops. So we'll cut a few trees, craft a chest, go to Willie's, buy a fishing rod, and whatever bait we can afford with whatever leftover money we have, and then go fishing. There you go. All right. So we should be at least level 2 fishing, if not level 3. There's level 1. Level 2, we can craft bait. Level 3, we can craft crab pots. And we can cook the dish of the sea. And how much did we get here? Over 2,000. So we're pushing 2,100, and then we had like $50. So that's pretty solid right there. We already have 25 bait. We'll be able to buy like another 50. So we're doing just fine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for the first episode of this playthrough. I sure hope you're as excited as I am for this one, because it's going to be fun. Be sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button to get those reminders when a new episode posts, and we will see y'all next time.